the producer here at Fear Factor Live. I got John on camera, my PA Kelly. I got Sean and the boys in the booth. How about a big hand for my crew? And we are so glad you decided to join us today. Now, what you're about to see is the most exciting and daring show ever presented here at Universal Orlando. Show is the first of its kind ever because never before have we used actual park guests to participate in the extreme stunts that you will see here today. Now, all of these stunts are real. They were designed with the help of the creators of the hit NBC series Fear Factor, so you know it's going to be intense, but that's not all. Now, because this is live, each and every one of you out here just as much a part of the action as the contestants on stage. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give everybody a line to say in the show. Now, anytime you hear myself or my host Sean say, "Oh, by the way," I need you guys to say really loud, "There's one more thing." Let's give it a shot. "Oh, by the way." Awesome. And there is one more thing. I need to do some last minute casting. Now, I need some folks who are going to factor in the fear for our contestants on stage. So if you want to mess with them, and it's a really good time, get your hands up in the air. If I choose you, you come to Kelly. She hooks you up with VIP in the very front row. First off, I need a kid. I need somebody small with a lot of energy, somebody who's maybe had nothing but sugar all day long. Give me that guy in the gray shirt right there, the bad skills. Excellent. Come on down. I need two people want to make a splash. I'm afraid to get a little wet. Black shirt, pink shirt right there. Two people to make it rain. Who wants to make it rain up in the air? Awesome. The shorts and the pink shirt all the way up top. The guy in the black t-shirt with the blue lanyard. Two people good at video games. This lovely lady right here. I believe in you. Come on down. I'll get you hooked up. And then I need two teams of two. I need people that work well together. Partners. Two hands in the air. Gray right there. All the way up top, I got Think Bro, and Think Bro pick a partner and bring them on down. Now I need one other thing, but it'll involve all of you. And I need a very loud, very enthusiastic studio audience. Can you guys help me out? Oh, by the way, not bad. I kind of snuck that up on you. Guys, we got to get it all together. We got to get it louder. I got people backstage wearing nothing but spandex. They're going to need your support. Oh, by the way, how many of you have seen Fear Factor on television? Hands up, make some noise. Sweet. Now, just like on the show, we count down all of our stunts with a 3, 2, 1, go. As a matter of fact, that's how I'm going to get things started today. How are we doing in the booth? That is a beautiful thumbs up. And it leaves me with one more question for all of you. Are you guys ready to see our contestants face their fears? Then count down with me in 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm Sean Hensley, and this is Fear Factor. The stunts you're about to see were designed and supervised by trained professionals. They are extremely dangerous and should never be attempted by anyone, anywhere, anytime. And the rest of the crew, I'd like to welcome you to a special live edition of Fear Factor. Now, earlier today, we recruited some park guests, people just like you, to come on the show and face some of their worst fears as they perform dangerous and nasty stunts right before your eyes. Are you ready to meet the stars of the show? Let's bring them out now. Here they are, your 5 contestants. Put your hands together. Come on, everybody, put your hands together for Noga, Aaron, this is Caitlin, on my left we have Baytal, and this is Hallie. Here they are, your 5 contestants. Give them a big round of applause. Now, the 5 of you have been chosen for one reason, to prove that you have what it takes to become a true champion of Fear Factor Live. But for that to be said, you must complete 3 extreme stunts that will not only test you physically, but mentally as well. If you're too afraid to attempt a stunt, you'll be eliminated. If you try a stunt and fail to complete it, you're gone. But if you succeed, you move on to the next round, and that much closer to claiming the winner's bragging rights of Fear Factor Live. Are you ready to get this party started? We brought up these stairs. Our crew will set you up for that first stunt. Now, while the contestants are getting ready, let's take a look at some interviews we shot before the show and hear what they had to say.
Hi, my name is Noga, and I'm here to win against my friends
Maytal, Hallie, and Aaron. I'm Maytal, and I'm going to win for all the people under 5 foot.
Hi, I'm Hallie, and I'm gonna win so that Mr. Nagel doesn't want to put tape on the doors tonight.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm from Great Neck, New York, and I'm doing the show to show my friend Isco, who's too shy to come on the show himself, that anything is possible and that you could win Fear Factor.
Hi, my name is Caitlin. I'm from Orlando, Florida. The reason why I'm going to win is to make up for the loss I had in the food challenge a couple weeks ago.
That's how our contestants sounded before the show. I wonder how they're feeling right now. Just to remind everyone what they're in for, let's take a look at some highlights from the hit NBC series, Fear Factor. Let's get it started.
Vic and Lauren, contestants, can you hear me? Get your game faces on, listen carefully. This is your first stunt. It's called the endurance hang. Right now you're holding onto a bar suspended by one thin cable. Better hold on tight because when we say go, the bottom drops out. You'll be left dangling high above the unforgiving ground below. The first one of you to fall will be eliminated. The rest move on to that semi-final round. Now remember, whichever one of you holds on the longest will gain 2 huge advantages. You get to choose your teammate for the next stunt. Also, if the next stunt ends in a tie, you and your teammate will automatically advance to the finals. Oh, by the way,
there's one more thing. And it starts my first volunteer, Victor. Give it up for Victor, everybody. Now 15 seconds, Victor's going to push this lever, turning on the industrial fans, blasting our contestants with some very serious wind. Is it dangerous? Not necessarily. Is it annoying? Definitely.
Contestants, are you ready? Grab those bars. Everyone, let's bring in the fear in. 3, 2, 1, go! Platforms are down. This now appears that anyone was caught by surprise. Now watch their hands. Already I see Noga. Hands are up. They go down. Goes Noga. Down goes Caleb, but she gets into that semifinal round. Meanwhile, we're quickly approaching that 15-second mark.
Here comes the win.
All right, I'm already seeing real estate running out up there for Aaron as well. His right side pinkies are popping off. Down goes Aaron. Now we have a showdown between Hallie and Maytal. Who wants some more? Come on, make some noise for her. Down goes Maytal and Hallie. Holds on the longest. Come on down, Hallie. At 29.4 seconds. Fantastic. Half a minute. Certainly an admirable effort, but certainly far from our record here. Check this out. Our record is actually held by a 55-year-old grandmother. She held on for an astonishing 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Pretty crazy, huh? Well, no, guys, seeing the moment that platform fell, your hands really started sliding off that bar pretty quickly. Were your nerves playing a factor here? Were your palms perspirating a little bit? Yeah. Sometimes your nerves will cause your hands to sweat, and that's like the absolute worst thing that can happen in this kind of a scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm kind of let down. I let my friends down, you know?
Oh, I don't think they're going to hold this against you. I mean, they're still supporting you out there, Noga. Well, thank you so much for coming out here, giving it a shot. Unfortunately, today wasn't your day, so we have to send you down the walk of shame. No love lost there, you can tell. Bye, Noga. Here they are, your 4 semifinalists. Put your hands together for Maytal, Aaron, Caitlin, and Hallie. Great job, all 4 of you. I'm sure you're feeling that adrenaline flowing out, right? Trust me, it's only going to get more intense. Now, Hallie, take a step forward for me. Tell everybody how you're feeling right now.
I'm
tired.
Tired. Well, let's hope you still have enough in the tank to get through potentially two more events. Now, to help you get through those events also is the fact that you want an advantage. You get to choose your teammate for the next stunt. But keep in mind, Hallie, if you and that person win the next round, that is who you will be facing in the finale. Who will it be, Hallie?
Avi. Oh wait, Aaron.
You're going to take Aaron. Now, why exactly are you taking Aaron as your teammate?
Because he's jacked.
Because he's jacked. If you make it to the finale, are you confident you can destroy him in the finale?
Totally.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. Caitlin and Maytal, that both of you will be teammates for the next time. All four of you follow Dave to the back. He's going to gear you up for that next round. One more round of applause for these, your four semifinalists.
Now while they're getting ready for the semifinals, I want to introduce everybody to Jenna. Everybody say, hey, Jenna. Now, Jenna may look like she's ready for a pretty severe swimming stunt, but in fact, she's prepared to face the desert hat ordeal. Reminiscent of the days when as punishment, folks would be buried up to their necks in the sand and left to the mercy of the desert. Jenna, have a seat.
Now, what we're about to do, many of you may find to be, frankly, disturbing. We're placing Jenna inside of this chair. It's literally for her own protection, because in just a moment, Paola, our critter wrangler here, everybody say hi, Paola! Yeah, she's going to be the bad girl and place some of these dangerous creatures all over Jenna's head. Now, to determine exactly what Jenna will be facing, I present to you now the Wheel of Fear. As you can see on this wheel are many people's worst phobias like Madagascar hissing cockroaches. We have a variety of snakes, tarantulas from around the world, and my personal favorite, the Emperor Scorpion, is easily the nastiest creature on this wheel.
Which of course makes them your favorite.
Bingo.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is Jenna's favorite student, but her student Dahlia is here to determine her fate.
Okay.
Dahlia, give me the phone, baby. Let's record this for posterity.
Well, Dahlia, this wheel's pretty heavy. Show everyone how strong you are. Really give that wheel a good pull. Nicely done. Yeah, that's right. No surprise. I want to see it land on the scorpions, but hey, you all tell me what you want to see. Scorpions, snakes, cockroaches, a little bit of everything out there. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see what fate has in store for Jenna over there. Could literally land on anything. Oh, no, Jenna! Tough break! It landed on the scorpions, and that's unfortunate. These are the world's largest venomous scorpions. They're appropriately named the Widowmakers. Now, Jenna, all we ask is that you try and stay as calm as absolutely possible. Paola's going to be placing 5 of these monsters all over your face and head. Now, as long as you can maintain your composure throughout this entire ordeal, you will complete this challenge. Now, Jenna, are you sure you're ready for this?
Dahlia, come on over here. You can give her some moral support, and since you took her phone, you can put her on YouTube.
Nice. Well, Jenna's as ready as she's ever going to be. Everyone help us out. Let's count down in 3, 2, 1, go! See Paula preparing to place the first one in. Putting it right on the front of her head, the top of her head. Now, these are cold-blooded creatures, meaning the warmer it gets out here, the more aggressive, the more active they become. You can see Paula showing no mercy, placing them directly on the front of her face. We're really trying to get a reaction out of Jenna. We're not going to make this easy on her. So far, Jenna is doing a great job. Maybe a little bit of elevated breathing, but other than that, no other signs of anxiety. Spore have now made their way in. And here's the last one. And she's done it. Make some noise for Jenna!
Great job, Jenna. We need you to stay nice and still. We're going to remove them one at a time. They do like to latch on.
That they do. And those massive pinchers are theirs. They are not just for show. They are very large and extremely powerful. When they get a hold of you, it really, really hurts. So just hang tight. You can see they like to clamp on Paula's hands here. Just getting them off of her glove can be a challenge. As 2 have made out. Make her way now for the 3rd one. Just hang tight, Jenny. You're doing a great job. Whoa, you see. She's just a little bit jumpy there. It is pretty warm out here, guys. See, Paula, she's going to go after this one now as well. See, this can sometimes be the most dangerous part of the event. Last one. Just 2 more to go. Hang in there, Jenna. Doing quite all right. She's got a little bit of a white knuckle grip over here on the arm, the right side arm of this chair here. And sometimes at this moment, you also have to fight the feeling of claustrophobia, just having those goggles on your head inside of that cage. I think we have 1 to go. As you can see, Paola now reaching in, getting that last one. Hopefully this guy will cooperate and join his friends. And she's done it. Make some noise for Jenna. She has proven that fear is not a factor for her.
Come on, guys, give it up for Jenna for facing the best of that ordeal. And Dahlia for facing the next day of school. Have a seat, sweetheart. Take us on to the semifinals, Sean.
You got it. Now I'm going to take a moment to divide this arena. I want everyone from the center line here all the way over to my right. You're going to be the cheering section now for the red team. Make some noise for Hallie and Aaron. Center line all the way to the left. You know what to do. Make some noise now for your blue crew. It's Caitlin and Maytal. Listen carefully, teams. This next stunt has two parts. Hallie and Caitlin, you've both been designated as the runners for the first part of this stunt. When we say go, your job will be to sprint over to the tank underneath this cover. Show them what's inside, Lauren.
Check it out. Carnivorous eels. That's why we call this the eel tank relay.
You will plunge your bare arm into that eel-infested tank as you attempt to locate a small beanbag. Once you have a beanbag in your possession, run back to your starting position. Simply throw that beanbag into the bucket your teammates holding. You've got 30 seconds to transfer as many beanbags as possible. You may only transfer one at a time. Whichever team has the most beanbags in the bucket at the end of 30 seconds, we're going to give that team an advantage for the second portion of this stunt. Oh, by the way,
there's one more thing. That's right, as the runners cross the stage, my volunteers Kayla and Cadence will soak them with these high-intensity water cannons. How about a hand for the Super Soakers?
Caitlin, Hallie, get on your marks. Everyone, let's count down in 3, 2, 1, go! And they're up. As you can see, it's going to get really wet and slippery in here. Caitlin and Hallie want to be very cautious. They do not want to slip and lose very valuable time. Often this advantage is won by just a one beanbag differential. Nice scooping grab by Aaron there, even though it was over his shoulder. Nicely done. You see Caitlin has just a half of a length in front of Hallie right now. Nice grab in time as well by Aaron. Looks like a big girl tied up right now, but we're running out of time. We've got about 5 seconds left as the blue connects again. It's going to come down to this last couple of throws. Watch that bag. Let's hear from these two teams. Check out the halftime score over here. Looks like the red team, they've got 3. The blue crew, they've got 3 as well. We have a tie, therefore no advantage will be given for the second portion of this stunt. Well done, both of you. Now, for the second part of this stunt, we're going to give both Aaron and Maytal 3 beanbags each. Then they will both be hoisted backwards up into the air 2.5 stories high. On the count of 3, we let them go. That will set them into a huge pendulum swing. As they swing back and forth, they will attempt to drop those beanbags down to their teammates who will be standing on the ground below. Whichever team has the most beanbags in their bucket at the end of this event will move on to the finals. The other team's going home. And oh, by the way, I'm sure we can all agree there is nothing intimidating about a beanbag. Lauren came up with a great idea. We're going to get rid of these beanbags and replace them with these. Rancid octopus.
Crews are on our way to our teams. Runners, beanbag the tank. Ladies, let's go.
Yeah, we're going to take Caitlin from the blue crew. She's going to be placed over here to my right. Hallie from the red team. We're going to bring her over here to my left. Of course, the reason for this is to give their teammates just a little bit of extra room to throw these octopus down to them. You'll notice we're going to tether these catchers to the wall as well. This will really limit their mobility and, of course, make it that much more difficult to put points on the board unless these throwers are really on target. Now, I do need to take a moment to warn everyone sitting here in our front row stands. We've designated these seats as our octopus splash zones. Can you guess why? Yeah, we've had a few overzealous contestants in the past literally launch their octopus right over their teammate's head and land in our audience's lap. So don't be surprised if we have sea creatures in the bleachers. Consider a round of applause, your 2 finalists, Aaron and Hallie. Maytal and Caitlin. I thought maybe you had a chance to pull this thing out, but it looks like you had a hard time just holding on to these octopus out there. It's just hard holding on to these things. But are you a little bummed right now?
No, it's okay.
You feeling pretty good? Oh, happy for Hallie, kind of cheering your friends on. Caitlin, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling really confident that I know I can be able to do it next time I try to come back, and I know I will. I'm looking forward to Rick Revenge and be able to win next time.
Love that positivity. Well done. Well, we appreciate you both coming out here and giving it a shot. Unfortunately, you fell short today, so we're going to have to send you down the walk of shame. So long, ladies. While they're getting set up for the finals, let's see just how many of you can stomach this next event.
All right, let's give it up for our next contestant, Mike. Make some noise for Mike, everybody.
You know, it just wouldn't be Fear Factor if you didn't have an interesting food challenge, right? This is Guess What's Crawling to Dinner.
So let's see what's on the menu today. First course, seafood surprise. A nasty combination of rotten oysters, clams, fish heads and tails, and their own fragrant. Not bad?
Not bad. You're right. He's a seafood kind of guy.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know how long ago that was seafood, but...
Like a red tide kind of guy, right?
Second course, mystery meat medley. These are the remnants. It's what's left over after feeding time at the raptor encounter.
The way you said that kind of made it sound like that's made of people or something.
Some kids aren't as fast as others. Oh, wow, but it is chunky. Yeah. It's not a big deal. I came prepared. Remember me with the good ideas, the octopus? Yeah. I brought along a little sour milk.
Oh, yeah. I think we've all been a victim of that one a few times.
Yeah, just wait for it, because it's chunky too.
That's the crust. Okay, yeah, that's terrible. But no.
What's going on, buddy? Yeah.
Look, I realize this is utterly disgusting.
Of course it is. It was my idea.
I don't quite think it's up to par. You know, I'm sure these people have expectations, and Fear Factor certainly has developed a reputation for really bad stuff.
Well, on TV. Yeah, I mean, if you've seen Fear Factor on television, what they eat on television is terrible. Am I right, Mike? It is. But it's on TV.
Well, I think these folks would love to see Mike eat something more exotic. Am I right? Yeah.
I think you're up to it. Oh, by the way. I believe in you, Mike. That's why I brought along a little Fear Factor live party.
Yeah.
A disgusting combination of cricket scrubs and silkworm pupa for your snap, crackle.
That's terrible. And I'm starting to see a slight glistening from Mike's face here now. We know he's probably out of his comfort zone. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, Mike, just to be on the safe side, we're going to go ahead and take out one of these. Our official Fear Factor Live Chuck Buckets. Just in the event that Mike may need to, return your delicious smoothie there, Lauren.
You know what every smoothie needs?
A garnish.
Sprinkles!
Yeah. That's terrible.
I believe in you.
Listen up, Mike, here come the rules. They're actually pretty simple. We're going to give you 30 seconds to swallow down the entire contents of this cup. As soon as you're done drinking it all down, put the empty cup back on the table. Open up your mouth nice and wide. Lauren and I, we're going to check and make sure you've swallowed it all down. Now, if you manage to do that in 30 seconds, you've won this. Piece of cake, right? All right, we'll have to wait and see, because I just heard the dinner bell ring. So hands on your cup, Mike. Leave it on the table until we say go. Let's count down and chow down in 3, 2, 1, go! Hold the old nose twist technique. Doesn't necessarily always work. It's tough to get around.
Let's go.
Now we drank all the liquid down. Now it's going to be slow and dry stuff. Oh, it's ducks it in. Oh, that is
15 seconds.
inhumane. I see a little cricket still stuck on the inside of that cup there.
Don't leave the leg behind, Mike.
Look at
Come on,
just
don't leave
chewing
the leg
that down.
behind.
That's turning my stomach right now. Okay, you got 5 seconds.
4,
2 and
3, 2, 1.
Oh, yes! Mike has done it. He is a winner. He has proven fear. And apparently taste are no factor for him whatsoever. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no, there's no crying in Fear Factor. Mike.
That's right.
Wipe it away. Wipe it away, because you won this event. You know what you get? What's left of your dignity.
That's right.
And this, coming in Fear Factor Live, I ate a buck mug. Hoisted high. Big round of applause for Mike, everybody. Chuck, take us on to the finals.
And then number 2. Over here on my left, we have Hallie. On my right is Aaron. Remember the last challenge, these two, they really made an incredible team, but none of that matters now. It is crunch time. They will battle against one another to become the ultimate champion of Fear Factor Live. One thing stands in their way, an obstacle we call the Stuntman's Challenge. Hallie, Aaron, turn around, take a look at your wall, study your wall very carefully. Now when we say go, your job is to climb up that wall. You must remove all 4 yellow flags along the way. Now as you remove that top yellow flag, use that window to climb over to the red fireman's pole. Attached to the top of that pole is a red flag with a key on it. You must grab that flag, slide down the pole, run over to your car, jump in and start the car with the key that's on that red flag. When the car starts up, begin to rise into the air. When the car stops rising, jump out onto the hood. Remove the 3 remaining flags attached to the front, then you'll scramble and jump into the back seat. Take the rocket launcher out of the rear seat compartment and shoot the target on the building behind me. Simply put, whichever one of you shoots that target first will be declared the ultimate champion of Fear Factor Live. Hallie, Aaron, touch gloves. Now go to your walls. Oh, by the way,
There's one more thing. That's right, because this is live, we're gonna mess with our contestants one more time. Now you'll notice we place volunteers on either side of the stage. It'll be their job to pound our contestants with these ball cannons, douse them with water as they climb the wall, and then they'll provide the rain for our car climbing action. It's what we call entertainment at Fear Factor Live.
you bet it is. Well, you know what really helps these contestants along is a little bit of encouragement. Now, since we have a guys versus the girls scenario here, I want to hear all the men in the house, just the fellas. Make some noise for Aaron over here. Come on, man! Yeah, let's see the ladies. Can you do any better for Hallie? Ladies! Hallie, are you ready? Aaron, are you ready? Then let's get her done in. 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Who wants it more? Hallie or Aaron? I'm sure Hallie, look at her. She's a real speedster getting up that wall. But you look at Aaron's got that long reach advantage over Hallie right now. So we use that as a tool as well. But Hallie, my goodness, like Spider-Gwen going up that wall right now, having no problems with all that water obstructing her vision and her focus. This water even makes it difficult to breathe when it's dumping down on your face. But she's already to the fireman's call, has the focus in mind to get that red flag. Down she comes. Aaron, you're really going to have to pick up the pace a little bit if you want to stay in this competition, because Hallie is leaving you in the dust as she makes her way. Now look at this sense of urgency. She clearly has a huge lead right now, but she obviously respects Aaron quite a bit right here by keeping that pace at a very high level. Aaron now making his way across that window, being careful not to fall off. Only 1.5 inches at the base of that window. Falling off would really seal the space. Now, Hallie, stay seated. When the car stops, then you may proceed out onto the hood. And here comes the rain. You can't count Aaron out yet. The spring effect makes the hoods of these vehicles extremely slippery. If Hallie slides off the front end of this car, her chances of recovering are over. Come on, Aaron, get that car started. You're still in this thing. See Aaron having a hard time just getting the key to the ignition right now. And he gets it. Hallie, go get those flags! I'm sure Hallie realizes she's got a huge lead right now. She's not going to take any unnecessary risks as she's removing these flags. 2 flags down, 3 now. Stay seated there. Hallie now making her way back to that rocket launcher. Once that target is in sight, Hallie, fire in the hole! Oh yeah! Make some noise for Hallie! She's your champion!
You guys did an awesome job today.
You gotta keep it going for Aaron. He has been a fantastic competitor. Great job, Hallie. You've done it. You've proven everyone here that fear is not a factor for you. You have won this edition of Fear Factor Live. Congratulations. Well, folks, if you got the eye of the tiger, and I can tell some of you do, we're going to be casting our next show right now out in front of the building, and we dare to see you there. I'm your host, Sean Hensley.
I'm your producer, Lord McKenna.
Thank you for joining us here at Fear Factor